What's up, YouTube? Live right now, going live on WAP.com as well right now. What is up? What is going on, everybody? Hope you all are doing well today on this Wednesday, March 18th, 2026, as we're back live with another live stream here on WAP.com, over on Top Sports Debate, and live on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. Let me fix this thumbnail real quick. Whoops. Apologies for that. Alright, we should be good. Alright. Like I said, hope everybody's doing well today, as we are back with another live stream to go over some live NBA live reads and hope that we can cash on some stuff. Did cash on a couple of items. Almost cashed on the community parlay. The community parlay went 2-1. As I always say, single bet the community parlay, round robin it, and you will at least cash on something. And tonight is the hope that we will once again cash on some slips, maybe a parlay. Definitely some hopeful for some single bets to come through, and of course that these 9 games will be, at least a few of them will be entertaining tonight. Kind of posting my picks a little late just because work was super busy today, so I was able to get my picks in as early as I could for the day, at least just in general, but really didn't have any time to really look too much of anything stop or anything like that. It was just a busy shift, so by the time I got off, my brain kind of like shut off. So I wasn't even thinking about I need to share, the picks for the day. I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, man, I'm just glad to be off and ready to head home. Had some stuff I had to do when I got home, and now I'm here to hopefully do a quick live stream here. Hopefully we'll be live for at least the next 30, maybe a little less. I don't want to be on too long. I don't want to hold you too long, and of course I don't want to waste your time either. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me just go ahead and set my alarm for 6 p.m. That way, kind of giving us a sense of urgency for the next 25 or 24-ish minutes. Try to put something together here, look at some reads, try to put together a community parlay and walk away from the table, hope for the best. Let's see what we can do today. Again, the slate is 9 games. My Thunder played tonight. Really do feel like we can pretty much, win the game. Probably more than likely cover against Brooklyn. Let me look at see. So okay, yeah, even more so. So if you, because I looked at Brooklyn's team total points under earlier today, it is currently still 98 for them to go under. As you see that it went 3 straight unders, right? So I would encourage you to possibly take them under 98 tonight, because they just might not get 98. Because again, why? Because they're playing against my Thunder, who play really, really good defense. They only scored 86 here against us on February 20th, right? So just on that alone, just on this data alone, should kind of give you an idea of what Brooklyn's working with. Granted, they're still hitting above 90, which is still decent enough as a team. But I don't know. I really don't see Brooklyn scoring, 98 points. Maybe they still get 90 or whatever against my Thunder. So just putting it out there. So do with that information what you just needed to put that bug in your ear, because literally I was thinking about taking them as one of my main picks, but I'm probably going to just take that as a straight bet, because it's still sitting at 98 like I saw earlier today. It hasn't budged. But when you do see that happen, because when you see certain spreads and stuff like that don't budge, that also might mean that it may go the other way, right? So same situation. It's still sitting at 98 for them to go under. To me, because it hasn't budged, the line hasn't shifted in any way, you may want to either possibly still take the under, possibly take the over, right? Or just not bet it at all. Because again, this number has not shifted. So just kind of putting that bug in here, because it's the same thing when it happens when it's pertaining to specific spreads, specific numbers. When the lines don't change over the, over time, when it opens up at a specific line, doesn't change like hardly at all, that means that it's possibly, not fully, not guaranteed, but it's a possibility that it may go the other way. So again, just putting it out there. But again, I honestly, as of right now, personally believe that the Nets won't score 98 points, but it's the NBA. You just never know what's going to happen until tip off and through the entire game. So there's that. Let's see. Now, Dyson Daniels had a double-double last game. Do you consider taking him for a double-double tonight? Do you consider taking him above 6 assists? He had rebounds, right? He had 12 rebounds the last game. He's been grabbing more rebounds more recently. Do you take him to go out here and grab 7, 8, 9 rebounds tonight against Dallas? They are allowing 7 to the position. So this is good. It's a good look. They're allowing the number. Can you see him going out here and getting 8 or higher at plus value? Or just in general, just the actual 7? That's the question at hand. He got it here on the 10th of this month. So that's a positive. He's 1-0 on getting 7. He was 1 off from getting 8, which is what? Plus 146. 46 is my favorite number. And then, of course, 138 and stuff. So maybe Dyson still will get 7 or 8 boards tonight. But you got to look at the spot. He's on the road. This is what he's done on the road, just in general. He's only hit 7 or higher 5 times, 50% in the last 10. And he's hit it 3 times in the last 5. They specifically put a position. You got to look at the actual position. A lot of these players on this list do not grab higher than 5 rebounds if you're really looking at the names. A lot of them don't, and a few do. And then, of course, you have some random stuff. So Dyson's proven that he can get higher than, he can get 7 or higher. And then, you got Rupert here coming off the bench here. That was a random stuff. So outside of that, you're not seeing anything else. So it's not really helpful. So just putting that out there. Maybe Dyson still grabs 7. Maybe he hooks on 6. Maybe he gets 10 again. Maybe he has a double-double. So just consider that. I am considering possibly against my Memphis Grizzlies tonight, still looking at Cameron Johnson for 3 threes. I missed it last night because one of my homies at my job, yo, what's going on, King Blue? What's going on? You think they're going? We'll see, dude. Maybe Brooklyn does get 100. I don't think it's tonight though, but we'll see. But again, like I said, it's the NBA. You just never know. So I'm considering Cameron Johnson for these 3 threes tonight. He may not get it. The main reason why is because he had back-to-back games where he had 3. Let's look at the last 20. He has not had 3 straight games of getting 3. In the last 20, on the season, he had it the beginning of the year. That was at the end of November. He had 4 straight games. So is this the spot where he gets his 3rd straight game of getting 3? That's the question. Because again, like I said, I was talking to one of my homies at my job who also bets. He literally looked at me dead in my face and said, yo, I like Cameron Johnson for 3 threes. He's in the spot, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, I like it too. And I had a thought. I was like, yo, I need to take that on a straight bet. I forgot because, again, I got busy at work. And, yeah, he hit 3 threes. It was literally lower than this. I think it was like a plus 160, 171 or something like that from last night. So due to the fact that it's a plus 216, means that he possibly might not hit that 3 tonight. But I'm still considering taking on a straight bet anyway. Christian Braun possibly in a spot to get PRA tonight. Because I thought about his name. I didn't look at his data. This is the first time me looking at him. He's 2-0 against my Grizzlies, but again, that was last year's data. Per the position, we're allowing, still plenty of breathing room. We're technically allowing above 30 PRA against the position. They struggle a little bit more when it's pertaining to a player's scoring. So they're giving Bron 13 points. Plus 100 on Bet Rivers, minus 102. Currently, FanDuel believes he's going to do it. So does the Score Bet app. So does DraftKings. He's 2-0 on getting 13 or higher. Again, this was last year's numbers. And as you see here, 1, 2, 3, one of those today. Scrottles, 4 got it. Let me, if you're on YouTube, you can see this. I'm going to Prop Finder. That's what I'm saying. You may want to consider. You don't, again, only if you want. You may want to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, because like I said, I'm starting to go live over there while I'm live here on WAP, so that way you can see exactly what I'm showing on my YouTube channel. Again, it's at bet at your own risk. That's what it's called, bet at your own risk. So I'm actually showing data from Prop Finder because they give a little bit extra stuff to look at. So specifically on Prop Finder, they give you data for the day. So Christian Braun on Wednesdays, he's averaging 11.2 points in the last 10 Wednesdays. So he's only hit 13 points 4 times in the last 10. On the season, he is 2-3 on the season on Wednesdays. He had 5, 6, 14, 6, and 19. So he is 1-0 in the month on a Wednesday on getting higher than the 13, or just in general, just 13. So he had 19 against Houston on the 11th of this month. Now let's break it down just a little bit more. Wednesdays on the road, he is averaging 10 points. So in the last 4 straight Wednesdays between last year and this year, he is 1-4 to getting 13 points. But my Grizzlies, our defense, we're allowing 28 to the position on the season. And in the last 10 games, we're allowing 26.8. So do with this information what you will, whether you heard it, whether you're seeing it. Maybe Christian gets the 13, but I'm thinking that he would get his PRA. I just needed to break down the points spot because, again, he could possibly potentially still go out here and get let's see if he were to go out here and say get 15, that's a plus 180 on Scamdle, 160 DraftKings. Fliff, if you have Fliff, it's a plus 135 because he's only hit 15 points twice in the last 10, and these are on the road. But again, 3 got 15, and a couple other players came close. So do with that information what you will. But let me look at his let me break down his PRA here. PRA on the road, 3-2 in the last 5. Maybe because the PRA is looking a little bit better, right? 21, 1, 2, 3, got it. Kevin was off by 3 on the 13th. So then we break down his PRA over on Prop Finder on Wednesdays. He is averaging 20.1, just shy of 21 in the last 10 Wednesdays. But in the last 5, he's 2-3 to getting the 21. He's averaging 19.8. And then when we break down his Wednesdays on the road, he is averaging 17.6. And then this is the last 10 Wednesdays, 9 Wednesdays on the road. But in the last 5 Wednesdays on the road, he's 1-4 to getting the 21. But my Memphis Grizzlies are allowing 43 to the position on the season, and then they're allowing 39 to the position in the last 10. So again, do this information what you will, whether you're seeing it, whether you're hearing it. Again, he might go out there and get the job done. Also, too, I apologize for those who are watching, listening. If you have any looks, any reads, player props, team props, whatever, leave a comment. We'll look at it together, because again, this is not my community parlay. This is our community parlay, right? Once we get some stuff. Look at Gigi. He is looking really good against the Nuggets. Look at this, 80%, 70%, 100% against the Nuggets. I think I did look at this earlier. He's 1-0 against them. He got 29 on the 11th on the road. Now that he's back at home, look at this. Look at what he's done. And a lot of these games were on the road. You're really looking at the data here. Let's look at him at home. What is he doing at home? 8 straight. He's on a streak right now, and I missed it. He's averaging 24.4 PRA. 8 straight. Do you consider bumping him up to 22 or 23? I would say if you have Fanatics, go on Fanatics and see, because they're not even giving him the 22. They're giving him 25. Which, again, still a great number to take them at, plus 164. If you have Flip, plus 145. Per the position, they're struggling against the position in passing. But as you see here, per his PRA, he's not passing like at all. He's just scoring. He's getting buckets and grabbing boards. So I wouldn't even look at GG per his passing. Yeah, look at this. He's mainly down. So if anything, you would probably fade his passing. He's probably not going to get. They got him getting 3 on Novik at plus money. So I wouldn't look his way for the passing. But the PRA is looking good. It's just that they are guarding the position a bit more so the scoring. So there's a potential for him to not get 15 points tonight. Now he'd be facing off more likely against Jones here. Maybe seeing Jokic as well. So, but I still do like his PRA at least. It's 22. They've allowed 1, 2, 3 to get it. And a few others, as you see here, have come close. Just 1 or 2 off. So it's still potentially in a spot for him to do it. Let me go on Prop Finder real quick. GG. Let's see what he's doing on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, a little bit different. Now, again, his numbers are up more, just a bit more. 4 straight games where he's getting above the 22. But he's averaging 17.8 in the last 10 Wednesdays. But again, last 5, he's 4-1. 4 straight, 25. He had 25, 20, looks like 26. No, he's averaging 26. 34 and then 25. So I want to say this is probably like 20. I can't really see the number, but it's definitely above 25. I want to say it's more like 30-ish. So that's in the last 5 Wednesdays alone. But the last 5 Wednesdays on the road, the last 5 road Wednesdays, he's 4-1. And on the season, he is 2-0. He had 25 on February 4th, and then 29 on February the 11th. That game was against Denver, where he had 29. So 2-0 on the season on getting the 22. I like his PRA tonight. Per the position, they're allowing 35 to the position on the season, and in the last 10, 34. So he's in a spot to potentially get 21 PRA tonight. So I actually like it. So I'm going to queue him up. Whoops. Let's do that right now for the 21. King, you said Giddey for triple-double. Well, let's look at it. Because I think Giddey had, correct me if I'm wrong, and of course I'm going to pull it up, but I think Giddey had 3 straight triple-doubles. I could be wrong. It might be 2. I actually have, I did post it. I actually have Chicago getting 55 points. It was a plus 106 on Scamdle. This was hours ago, like 5 a.m. when I was putting the slip in. So they have him at a minus 200. excuse me, 210, 215, 220, whatever. If you have Novik, minus 196 is the best value. Now let's see. I apologize. I'm way off. Well, not way off, but he's had 5 straight triple doubles in the month at that. I apologize. That was double. Apologize. So, okay. I was still wrong. I was still off. So he's had 4 triple doubles in the last 5 games back to back at the Clippers and then at home against Memphis. So now that he's on the road again, now that he's back at home again against Toronto, Cunningham didn't get it, but I think Cunningham, no. Cunningham got injured in the last game. What was that? Was it last night, the night before? And then Murray, he didn't get it. But that's not really any real info. He is 0-5 against Toronto on getting a triple-double. He couldn't get it on the 19th of February. Let me pull up. What did he have on? Let's see. He really didn't have. Maybe this was when he got injured. Maybe. Because he had 5 points and 5 assists. I'm going to guess and say he may have got injured that game. Fascinating. Well, but that's the thing. Sometimes, let me see. Sometimes as you see, or you even seen it, like Outlier won't show everything. So he actually, because you saw that there, right? For his PRA, it showed Giddey only had 5 points and 5 assists. They didn't show his rebounds. So you actually have to go to the rebounds and actually pull it up. He actually had, on that day, on the 9th, he actually had 4. So he had 14 PRA that night on the 19th. So he must have either got injured or something, or maybe it was a blown out. I mean, I don't know. Who knows for sure? But that's that information for him. Maybe, again, if you want to consider him for a third straight, he has not had 3 straight triple doubles, I don't think, on the year. Nope. But again, more recently, 4 and 5. 4 out of 5. 4 and 1. Per the position, as far as assists are concerned, they're giving him 10. 5 straight, 5-0. They're allowing 6, so they're guarding position well. So this could be a potential spot where you can possibly, 10, so 120. So currently the books believe he's going to go under. That's why you see the higher number. They stopped Murray from getting 7. So yeah, Cunningham had 9 here. He was 1 off on the 15th. So let's look at Josh on the day. Over on Prop Finder. Assist wise, on a Wednesday, last 10 Wednesdays, he's averaging 9.9. He's averaging 10 assists in the last 10 Wednesdays. He's 7-3 to getting 10. He had, in the last 5, he's 4-1 to getting 10, averaging 10.8, so pretty much averaging 11. So then now we break down Wednesdays at home. He is averaging 8 assists in the last 10 Wednesdays. And in the last 5 Wednesdays, averaging 9.8. So 4 straight. He had 11, looks like 10 here. So 11, 12, 11, 11. So he's hovering around 11. So maybe, again, it's more recently. So, and that's more so from last year too. So this is data from last year. So he has no info for the season on a Wednesday. So this is basically his first Wednesday and possibly getting 10 assists tonight. So even more data for you. No. Here we go. We got 4 games. He's averaging 11 assists on Wednesdays. There's the data for the season. There it is. 11.3. He had 11, 12, 11, 11. So he's 4-0. So maybe he will make it 5 tonight. So if you feel like he can get 5, he can get 10. Maybe you bump him up to 11. Maybe he gets that 11 because, again, he's hitting 11 more. It's a plus 134, plus 130, plus 124. So take that info for what you will. Oh, he's returning. Okay. All right. I thought he played his full minutes. Jabari Smith for 2 assists. Let's look at it. So yeah, if you at least want to take Giddey for a double and parlay that with something else, take that. And let's see, you said Smith. Where the heck is Houston? Oh, there we go. Because of the last game of the night. Are the Houston Rockets going to flip the script? Because the Lakers are on like a 6-7 game winning streak. So you said Smith for 2 assists. Plus value on DraftKings. Plus 103. You don't see plus 103s that often. Oh, he's 0-2 against LA on getting 2 assists on the season. 0-3 just in general. Let's see him at home. He's averaging 1.8 in the last 10 home games. 7-3. They allowed to the position 3. So fascinating, they were able to shut him down in back-to-back games, but they're allowing almost 4 assists to the position. They've allowed Smith to get 4, Durant, he got 2, Eason, Johnson. How many potential assists that he only has 3? 2, excuse me. So this is a risky bet. That's why it's plus value. 1, because of the head-to-head, and then 2, he's not passing like really that often. So if you feel like you would get the 2, take it on a straight bet. Take it as a single bet. That's what I would do. Just bet low, because he might not get. You know what I mean? Like, he been passing more recently, so he's averaging 2 passes, right? 2 passes. And he's been producing. The question becomes, is he going to do that tonight? Now, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. But again, everything else 2. So if anything, you would possibly take the risk. I'm going to queue him up because I might just throw $5 on that. See if he gets the 2 assists tonight. See if he actually gets this, because he's literally averaging under 1 assist against LA just in general. Maybe he actually does get the 2 tonight. Let's look at the lineup too. So everybody's in, and then Sengun's back, so he's going to be passing too. So maybe you look at his assists. Maybe he gets 6 tonight. Maybe he goes under though. Let me see. Per the position, they allow 3 to the position, so they're shutting the position down. Not too much data as far as the position, because a lot of these bigs aren't really passing that much though. That's the only thing. Maybe he gets, I don't know. Maybe you fade him. Maybe, because he has been going under more recently. Let's look at him at home. He was up here, but down here, he's 1-2 to going. Excuse me, 2-1 to going under on the month. But his potential assists are still higher. He's still passing the ball, so his teammates that's why they've been sucking, because they're just not hitting any buckets. So yeah, Rockets missed a lot of open shots. Yeah, and that's just, that's the question, because they were missing so many shots in the game from 2-3 days ago. Is that gonna switch to where they're actually getting buckets, probably hitting at a higher percentage tonight, and actually balling? You know what I mean? Maybe still a low scoring game, defensive wise, stuff like that, slow pace stuff. That's just stuff that you gotta look at and consider for this game between the Lakers and the Rockets. So just, just be cautious tonight on certain things. Come on. What's going on? Work. Now, Gafford had a double-double in 4 straight games. This dude decided to actually grab rebounds. Again, when you look at his last 10, he wasn't really grabbing, he was getting above 5, but he was more so averaging in and around 5, right? But more recently, he's been grabbing rebounds. Now, he's facing off against Jalen Johnson, who does grab boards. Okongwu can also grab boards. If he does play, does he get close to 10 boards? Me, I'm not going to take him because I just seen that he's questionable. So I'm not even going to put him on a slip or queue him up or anything. But I'm just saying, if you want to look his way, if he does get ruled in, this is what you're working with. He's 4-1 in the last 5. Head-to-head 2-1 to getting 8 rebounds. If you want to take him for 9, it's plus value at a plus 135 on ScoreBet app, 134 on ScamDuel. DraftKings 116. So on the season, he's only averaging 7. And again, you're looking for him to grab. What was it? Excuse me. It was 8. 1, just 1, 2. Him specifically, and then Clingan, Drummond, and Bona in the same night against Atlanta got 7. So that could be potentially a spot where you consider maybe fading him, Gafford, tonight, or just not betting at all because he actually may not get, this here tonight, because he may go back down to here because Atlanta is actually guarding more recently per the actual centers that they face, even though they're allowing almost 12 to the position. So again, this dude randomly decided to get 4 straight double-doubles, and I missed out on all. So what is his double-double? Actually, I didn't even get a chance to look at that. I apologize. If Gafford's in, his double-double would be, plus 330, plus 310, 305 on Caesars. So honestly, if he does play, I don't think he's going to get 10 rebounds. Just being honest myself personally. I don't know, because Baylor here has actually been doing his job as far as his PRA. So I apologize. King forgot to say you're welcome. Apologies about that. He's 9-1 to getting 14 PRA. Books currently believe that he's going to go under. That's why that's the minus 115. Always pay attention to the numbers so you can make a correspondence. So figure that it was a slight lean to the under, minus 111 in the other direction, at least on ScamDuel. But he has been doing that in the last 10, and he's still going above and beyond as far as his PRA is concerned in the last 10 home games. So even more recently, with Tatum back in the lineup, he's still been producing some. So let's look at it with Tatum in. Okay, now he's been down, but again, on the year, he's 2-1, back to back, 14 and 15. So do with this information what you will. If you do take him, maybe you bump him up to 15, plus 112 on ScamDuel. Same thing on DraftKings. They allow, again, you're looking for 14, right? Just the regular line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 got the 14. Per the position, they still allow plenty of breathing room in the midst of them guarding the position. So it's really, really up to y'all if y'all want to take. I do actually like, I would say take it on a single bet for sure. Maybe you do bump them up to 15. Let me see what Prop Finder has to say for him on a Wednesday for any data that he has. So on a Wednesday, he's averaging 12.4. And that's also including this year. So on the season, he's 4-11. He's averaging 11.6, so 12. But in the last 5, he's averaging 17.8 in the last 5 Wednesdays. 17.8, which is good. He has 16, 18, and 29, and then 2 13s. And this is just on the season on a Wednesday. So now we break down Wednesday at home. He's averaging 11.6. But he had back-to-back Wednesdays, February 11th and March 4th of this month, 16 and 18. They specifically allow 40 to the position, 39.6 on the season, 43.3 in the last 10 games against the position. They have allowed 43.3 to the position. So he's in a good spot. So I like him for the PRA. What's good, Keys? What's going on? I'm doing all right. Yeah, I've been dealing with headaches for more recently. I just think it's just due to some more so like health issue stuff. You know, me being older, you know, these old bones are starting to show signs of fatigue and stuff. So thank you, appreciate it for the concern. But I'm okay, doing all right. Let's see. So we got, so far we have, apologies, I didn't mean to click on Isaiah. We have Gigi for 22 PRA, Jabari Smith for 2 assists, Baylor, Sherman, Sherman. Apologies if I'm butchering his name. 14 PRA. Let me see. And again, like I said, if anybody has any other looks, team props, spreads, first half spreads, let's look at it. Team total points, whichever. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's go. I haven't looked at points and rebounds in a good while. If anybody has any like double looks, put them in the comments, because we do have a plethora of players that have potential to get a double tonight. We have Tatum possible potential. For the Warriors. Santos possibly could grab 10 rebounds against them. You never know. Quetta might get 10 rebounds tonight. Frickin' Draymond Green, this bum, Mr. Triple Single himself, had 7 assists last night, or 2 nights ago, excuse me. So he, and that's the problem what I have with the NBA. I want to at least re-bring it to your attention, because I know many of you have seen it happen, because I saw it again happen with Orlando Magic with Banchero. Pretty much the same thing happened with Draymond Green from 2 days ago, and then Banchero from last night. Draymond Green had 5 assists in the first half last game. Literally had 5. Randomly had 5 in the first half. He finished with 7 assists. 2 assists. 2 in the second half. Banchero for the Orlando Magic. I was considering taking him, because remember I brought him up in the stream last night. I said maybe consider taking Banchero for a double-double. I was in another Discord that saw somebody post Banchero for a double-double. I was like, yeah, I think I need to take him. Now, again, this was before the stream, and that's why I mentioned it to y'all. And I didn't take him, but I paid attention to the box score. He had 9 rebounds in the first half. He finished with 10 rebounds at the end of the game. But again, you see certain bigs get 7, 8 rebounds in the first half, and they may finish with like 3 to 5 extra rebounds in the second half. But again, they're still going well above the mark. But for some other reason, Again, I wasn't watching the game. I was just paying attention to the box score while I was dozing off and coming back in. He had 1 rebound in the second half. To me, that is very, very bad. Just being honest, that's the frustration that I have with the NBA a lot. But you could also say that's possibly good coaching. You could possibly say that the coaches made some adjustments to say, all right, because this player is doing this, we need to maybe double team him, slow him down, blah, 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 because he's killing us in this spot on the court. Let's do this so that we can shift to other players. And then that's, of course, what will cause, that shift and turn. And then the defense happens. And then, the other team starts scoring. And then, they're no longer down by 15, 20 points. And they come back and they probably maybe still lose, but they don't lose by that, by the spread. They still cover. So stuff like that happens in the league. But it's still frustrating a lot of times because it's just like, if I'm paying attention, I'm like, oh, man, Bonchero having 6-7 rebounds. Let me take him for 12, 13, 14, plus money, and he finishes with 1. Then, you're upset because, which again, your emotions are valid. You're like, damn, why couldn't this player do what he was doing in the first half? So it's just stuff that you got to consider when we're looking at. Yeah, King, freaking bum. It's at 20 night, 18. Yeah. All right. So, I was considering Chet possibly double. King brought up Giddey, Keys. He brought up Giddey for a triple double. I was gonna name Clingan because Portland's playing tonight. They're on the road. So let's look at it. Because like I said, we only have 3. And I didn't really see. Let me just keep looking here. So even look like Henderson's 80% to getting 17 PRA. Grant 70% in the last 10 to getting 21, 60%. Both of them are 100%. But that might just be one game. Let me look at it and see. So 3-0 for Scoot. And then for Grant, he is 2-0. 1-0 on the season. Let me go back to Scoot real quick. Let me see if this is... I just want to look at this real quick before we look at those double-doubles. So 1-0 as well. 1-0 on the season, 3-0 for him. So maybe Scoot would possibly be the better look because he really loves a little bit extra against Indiana. Now, I'm mad at myself too, quick side note. I'm mad at myself because I was talking to somebody at my job about the Pacers versus the Knicks last night. I was talking to them about how they've been playing well against the Knicks. The data was proving that. And I should have taken the Pacers to cover the first half spread at least, because I love taking first half spreads a lot. So I missed it. That was all on me, because I could have given y'all that, though y'all could have tailed it in cash, because they covered the first half spread. They scored 62 points in the first half, covered the first half spread, but then they, that's when the Knicks woke up and won by the actual high number. I think it was like 15, 16 and a half, something like, maybe closer to 20. They blew them out in the second half. So missed opportunity. Clingan has the potential to grab 10 plus rebounds tonight, but you still got to correspond with his actual scoring. He's still scoring roughly in and around 10. He's averaging 13 in the last 5. He had 9 here on the 8th. So on the 8th, let me look at that real quick. I don't think, but then again, you never know. Let me look at the lineup here for that day. I want to see and make sure that this was the 8th. So on the 8th against Portland, at Portland, Siakam did play. Walker was playing. Huff was playing. So you got Siakam and Huff out there. They both had 6 rebounds. But Clingan had 11 boards. But again, he finished with 9. Grant had 21. Denny played. He had 18. Drew had 21. So, oh shoot, that's my no. I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So maybe he bounces back and gets the actual 10 points tonight. Maybe he actually does. Because again, he's 4 straight on getting 10. So it's just something to consider. Barry, what's going on, dude? I'll look at that in a second. Or in a moment. You said Wolves and Nuggets first half. We'll look at that in a moment. Let's see. So maybe, because again, Grant had, in the last game, Grant had 21. They allow 18 to the position. You're looking for 18. He's averaging 19 in the last 10, but 17 in the last 5. Only due, again, the numbers low like that, only due to the 2 numbers because he couldn't even get 15. If they were both at 15, it would definitely be like 18-ish, maybe 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 got 19, which includes Grant. So it's still a positive spot. Let's look at Grant on Wednesdays. See what he's doing. If he's doing anything. Grant, points wise. On Wednesdays. In the last 10 Wednesdays, he's averaging 18.6. But in the last 5, he's averaging 20.4. Only reason why it's that high is because he had 2 games on the season, mind you. November 19th, he had 33. And then on the 4th of this month, 30 against my Grizzlies on the road. But just in general on the season, in the last 9 Wednesdays at home, last 9 Wednesdays, I apologize. He's averaging 19. But let's actually break it down for him on the road. He's 3-1 on a Wednesday on the road this year, averaging 23.8. So 29, 20, 33, but he had 13 on November 26th. So that's a long while from another Wednesday. So maybe he still gets 20 tonight. They're allowing 24 to the position on the season, but in the last 10, same thing, 23.7, 24. So Grant's in the spot to get points. Let me look at Scoot again here. Let me break down Henderson real quick. I haven't given up on the double-doubles yet. I just wanted to do a sidebar real quick just to see what these players are doing. Scoot, per his PRA, averaging 21 in the last 10 Wednesdays. Last 4 Wednesdays at home, averaging 24.5, 2-2. No data on the year. They are allowing 43 to the position on the season, and they're allowing 46.8 PRA to the point guard position. So he's still in a spot that he potentially could go out here and get some buckets. So just wanted to put that out there for Scoot. So, and then like I said, Clingan specifically, he's still in a spot to get what is his rebounds for tonight? It's more than likely 11 or 12. So it's 12. Let's look at Clingan here. Clingan, not Clint Capella. Clingan, per his rebounds on a Wednesday. On the season, he's averaging 10 on the nose, literally 10.0, 10.0 in the last 10 Wednesdays. So he's 2 and 8. We're talking about 12. He had 2 games, November 19th and January 3rd, where he had 21 and then 13. But Wednesdays at home, still 10. And only 3 games where he had 12. November 13th. November 13th. I apologize, that's last year. But again, 12. On the year, just 21. So maybe he doesn't get the 12 They're allowing 13 to the position in the on the season, but in the last 10 they're allowing 12.3. But again, he might be in a spot where he goes under because he's been going under more recently. Just in general, on the season, he's only 1-4 on Wednesdays at home to getting 12 rebounds. So he might be in a spot to go under, even though they're allowing so much to the position more recently. So just wanted to put that data out there. Now, I would say, if anything, because Zubac is questionable, and we know that Zubac does like grabbing boards, I would say if Zubac's out and Huff is in, maybe you then take Clingan for the double-double tonight because of the bounce back, double-double revenge. Maybe he'll do that tonight. Y'all said Tatum. So the homie Tatum, his double-double is what? They're giving him plus money, plus 213 Novik, Fliff. So Caesar's a plus 195, plus 190 for the ScoreBet app. Now, do you take Tatum tonight because he did what last game? He had 21 points. Let me see if I can find. And 7 boards. He was 3 rebounds off. They allow 8 to the position. They guarded the position well enough. Head to head, he did not get 10 rebounds in 2 of the matchups from last year, but he did have 9 on January 20th of 2025. So he's 1 off. Can he grab 10 rebounds tonight, facing off against Santos and Green down low? Let me see. Where the heck is rebounds? So Williams had 14. Jabari Smith had 11. Everybody else went under. Jabari Smith is, excuse me, I apologize. Thought that Jabari was on here twice. So they kind of shut Randall down, because usually Randall's getting above 5 for the most part. OG's random when he grabs rebounds, so there's that. Not too much really data driven wise. So do this information what you will. I think Tatum can get 9. I don't know if he would get 10. If he does get 10, it's more so be on the aggressive side. It's a plus 129 on DraftKings, 128 on FanDuel, and then 110 on the ScoreBet app. Because again, we are still looking for some aggressive spots too, not just the regular lines as well. Who else did y'all say? Giddy. Jalen. Are you talking about Johnson? Let me see. Because Jalen, didn't he have I don't think he had a triple-double last game, right? Yeah, he did have a triple-double last game. He had back-to-back triple-doubles. What's his triple-double? 280. I wonder what they see to say that he might not get a triple-double tonight. His double-double is a minus 210, 215, 220 and higher, or something like that. So obviously they believe that he can get the double-double, more than likely grab rebounds, maybe pass the rock to back-to-back games with 10 or higher, and again back-to-back with 10 or higher assists. So he's passing more. Let me see. If I take him for 9, what is he doing on a Wednesday for 9 assists? Especially if you're over on YouTube, so you can see this with me. He's averaging 6.9 assists in the last 10 Wednesdays. 7.6 assists in the last 5 Wednesdays. 3 of those games he had 8. And then Wednesdays, on the road, he's 4-1, averaging 8.2 assists in the last 5 Wednesdays. The only one that he didn't get 8 was on January 28th of this year, where he had 7. So I actually like his assist. Again, they're giving him 8 as just the standard spot, minus 128. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue up his assist at least. I like his assist a bit more than his double-double. If anything, I would say still take him for the double-double, but you would parlay him. And then of course take him for a single bet for the triple-double at the plus money. Single bet, maybe you bet that low. You bet low on the triple-double, $5 instead of your 10 if you're a $10 better per your bankroll, whatever your bankroll number is, your full unit. And then for the the double-double, you would parlay that with 1 or 2 extra things. You probably maybe just do your regular 10 or whatever, or maybe bump it down a little bit to $6 or $7 or whatever it is. So there's that. Who else did y'all say? But I do like his passing. Chet. And then we'll look at that. And then Barry will look at your Nuggets and stuff first half, because y'all know that's my Lovejoy right there, or the first half and the spreads and stuff more than the player prop stuff. So he's 2-5 in the last 5 games of getting a double-double. He had 1 against Orlando. They're giving him plus money for a double-double tonight, plus 183 on Caesars, because I don't have Hard Rock or Novik. 175 on the ScoreBet app. Lineup wise, he's questionable. If y'all want to, if he's in, then maybe take him for the triple-double, but he's Q tag. When did he become questionable? 5 hours ago. So he might not even play. So Williams and Claxton are probably going to be battling. Claxton didn't he have a he had a double-double last game, right? Now his double-double tonight, if I'm telling you right now, if this plus 777 was on Scamdul, Caesars, or Fliff, I would have put $10 on this joint ASAP, son. But it's on Novik and I can't do it. When I see stuff like this, I'm like, all right, let me throw some money towards this number here. It's just something that I do. I'm like, yo, because when there's a reason why it's showing this. So if you feel like Claxton can get a double-double, I would say take it. It's a plus 700. Like, he just might barely get the 10 rebounds tonight. He's only hit it once in the last 10, twice in the last 20 on the year. As you see here, looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times on the year. Just 12. But he was grabbing rebounds more at the beginning of the year. So he's been down more recently. Again, he's facing off against my Thunder. Personally, Hartenstein's not out there. If Chet is not out there, maybe you consider him for 10 rebounds, and maybe you consider him for a double-double. That's if he gets the points, too. You got to consider my Thunder's defense. Because Jalen may be able to play some really good D to stop them from, stop Claxton from scoring. But if you feel like Jalen can get a double-double or grab boards, look his way. They got him at 10. Kind of figured they were going to have him high because he's projected to be a starter tonight. His double-double is super low. It's at a plus 125. So he has, per what the books are saying, he has a higher chance of getting a double-double way more than Claxton tonight. Because I know for sure he'll definitely get buckets. He had 29 here. but he's just been off, right? I still feel like he can still get buckets tonight. You see, they allow to the position, because he would probably be either one. They're allowing 15 and 17 to the big, whichever spot that he would be in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 got 14 or higher. So they got him at plus money, plus 107. That's the only spot too. It's a plus 107 on Caesars. So it's making me feel like he can actually go out here and get the points. So yeah, do this information with you if you feel like he can go out there and get the points, the double. Maybe he does. I think that was everything that y'all talked about. Now, focal point for stuff that I do is, you see my slips. I even have Boston covering the first quarter spread against Golden State. Wasn't real too much of a deep dive into the reason why. More so based on what Outlier was showing, is that the fact that Boston was covering the first half much better than Golden State was. And even more so, they have a much better record in the opening quarter in the first quarter. So I was just like, oh, well, let me just go on ahead and take them for, the first quarter spread, which was at that time, it was 2.5. I think it looks like the line shifted. So now it's sitting at 3.5. So I got it at the better spot. Let me just double check and make sure that I'm correct. Oh no, it's 3.5. So the line shifted to in a positive way towards Boston to cover a bit more. I got it at a minus 116 hours ago on FanDuel. Now it's a minus 108. So there's push for Boston to cover tonight, the opening quarter. So for Denver, they are on the road against my Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, my Grizzlies just, we're relying on Wells to start getting buckets now. Of course, Jackson, Prosper every so often, definitely trying to grab rebounds. Oh shoot, let me do this real quick. Sidebar. There's potential EV for Jerome. There's plus EV for Jerome to get 6 or higher assists tonight, because I was considering taking him for 6 and 7 assists tonight. This was hours ago when I was looking at this. He's still at plus money to get the assist. One of the other main reasons is because the Denver Nuggets are allowing 7 assists to the position, but this is what I saw on Outlier. Not Outlier, excuse me. On Prop Finder. In the last 10 games against the point guard position, Denver is allowing 11 assists to the position. 11.2. And Jerome on Wednesdays, even though he's averaging 3.9 assists in the last 10 Wednesdays, that's coinciding with last year. In the last 5 Wednesdays, he's averaging 5.0. In 2 of those games, he had 7 assists. And we're talking about this year, February 4th and February the 11th. The 11th is when he had 7 against Denver. That was on the road. And on the season, just in general, he's averaging 6.3 assists on these 3 Wednesdays. Just in general. And again, 2 of those games were the 7 assists. So he's in a spot. Again, this is expected value plus EV, potential for him to get 6 or higher assists tonight at home against the Denver Nuggets. And again, like I said, February 11th, he had 7 here. So I feel like he can potentially get it again. It was just something I was looking at. I was considering taking I was at work and I just forgot. Now, the only thing is, per the point guards the shooting guards that he was facing, but again, Jerome would be a point guard, not a shooting guard. They're allowing 7 to the position. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like he can go out here and get any of this tonight. So If you feel like he can get 6 assists, take him at the plus value. If you feel like he can get 7 because he did get it the last time, take him at the higher plus value, plus 225 or higher, plus 212 on DraftKings, plus 210 on the score bet app. So again, this is expected value that I saw per the other site that I used earlier this morning. Now, for the game itself, if you feel like Denver can cover this 6.5 against my Memphis Grizzlies, take it. But you got to consider the data in front of you. But over on YouTube, over there, I'm showing you all, if you're over there. Whoa. Where did it? Oh, hold on. Give me a moment. You know what? I'll just close it down. I have it. Give me 1 second. 1 second. What's going on? I apologize. I wanted to actually break down. Fascinating. It won't let me pull it up on my laptop. Okay, it's okay. It is all right. I was gonna break that down a bit more, but that's okay. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just do it on my phone. I'll just pull it up on my phone because I had it on my, like I said, I had it on my laptop here, but it decided to log me out or something like that. But I got it open here on my phone. So Denver against my Grizzlies on the road per the first half data. Denver, where's the game? Here we go. Now, per the Money Baller side, they believe that the under is going to hit at a 59%, 58.7. When it's pertaining to the first half spread, Denver and Memphis, this is what it says. Grizzlies are in a plus spot. They're doing better overall when it's pertaining to covering the first half spread. My Grizzlies are 35, 28, and 2 to covering the first half spread, while the Nuggets are 35 and 34. There's no extra data as far as back-to-backs, as far as rest. So me just looking at this specific spot, I would say, if anything, just off of what the Money Baller would say, I would be like, oh, well, let me take my Grizzlies to cover this plus 6.5 because they're covering overall more and much better than Denver. And as you see here, they are doing the same in the last 10. They're covering at a 70% hit rate. But then you would break down us at home. We are 1-1, 2-1 in the last 3 home games, while Denver on the road 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 1-4 to covering the first half spread. But again, the question becomes, can my Memphis Grizzlies keep up with this Denver offense? I would look at what Denver is doing as far as what they're doing specifically in the spot on the road. As you see here, they're not scoring close to 60 points that much. They are in and around 55 or less when you're really looking at the data here on Outlier in the last 20. While my Grizzlies at home were in and around the same spot with a couple of 60s or close to the number. So I'm actually feeling the data on Money Baller to say, yo, maybe consider taking my Grizzlies to cover this plus 6.5 tonight. Now, Denver specifically, let's look at their data when it's pertaining to their to what they're allowing in the first half. If we say, oh, let me take my Grizzlies to cover to score 57 points, Denver's allowing 57 to the, just in general. Look how beautiful this is. We're averaging 61 points in the last 10 games here, and in the month we're 8-1 to scoring 57 points. But it gets a little choppy when we're at home. We're still averaging 58, but it's like almost every other game or in and around we're getting the number. But again, it's like more recently we've actually been doing our job. Now in the month we're 2-1 to scoring 57 points. So I personally, honestly, just kind of believe that literally that my Grizzlies can cover the +6.5. Denver in these last several matchups on the road, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, so 5-3. 5 games out of the last 8 road games they've allowed teams to score 57 points. So you have already two looks. I would say take Memphis to cover the first half spread, and then I would also take Memphis to score 57 points. If you don't feel like they would get 57, maybe they hook you and say finish with 56 or something like that, then you would just bump it down to the -120 here, or whatever the number per the book, and you would just have to, $10 better, you put 15, 17 bucks on to get the profit back. But again, they are doing much more than, per the number. So maybe they score 58. Maybe, because again, Denver more recently have been allowing teams to get 60 points or higher. So do this information what you will. I personally feel like my Grizzlies can do both, cover the first half spread and score 57 points tonight. I just might take Memphis to cover this spread, dog. Let me cue that up real quick. So what would that be? Actually, they're giving us 7, right? 8. Let me see. Yeah, they're giving us 7.5. Look, this is on Bet365. I'm putting this in. I queued it up, but I'm putting it in. Plus, I'm trying to hurry up because, and I don't know if y'all can hear my voice is starting to because I'm not because I've been sick from 2 weeks ago, so my body is still being affected by, because I not trying to be too personal, I have a bad immune system. So when I get sick, I get sick. So my voice, y'all can hear it cracking and stuff, still being affected by the loss of my voice and what was going on with my throat from roughly a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So I'm mostly better, but not all the way. Let me take this first half real quick. But all I'm trying to say is, for sure, I'm just glad that I'm off on Friday. I can't wait to be off for the day. I'm just tired. I'm really, honestly, because I have a vacation coming up in May, so I'm going to be off for 10 days. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be at home chilling, but I need the break. I'm mentally and physically drained this go around. I'm usually one or the other, but this time I'm mentally, physically drained. But I took Memphis to cover the +7.5. Kind of really do believe that they can cover tonight. Now, as far as covering the full game spread, I don't really know. Maybe because, again, Denver just might flip the script. Maybe we keep it close in the first half, and then Denver wakes up and actually starts balling in the second half. So we'll see. But I like the first half spread. And then you said the Wolves to cover. So Minnesota, they're giving Minnesota, same thing, a high spot, 8, 7.5. I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone because logged me out. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just once I'm done using the site, just log out so it doesn't kicked me for some weird reason, and I got to figure out how to get back log back in. Maybe I'll email them, because I emailed them the last time this happened on my phone, and they helped me figure it out. Where is Timberwolves? So when it's pertaining just in general to the spread, is 13. Minnesota have covered in 4 matchups against Utah at home. They've covered twice, so they're 2-2 against Utah in their 4 matchups at Minnesota. Now, Ant is not playing tonight. He's out again on a back-to-back game. When it's pertaining to the first half spread, though, it doesn't look good at all for both teams. Like, Jazz are 33-33-2 overall to covering their, as away underdogs. They're 15-15-1 on the back-to-back. On the first day of a back-to-back, they're 6-7. With more than one day of rest, they're 9-10. While Minnesota 29-39-1, as home favorites 10-21. It's just bad. They're even 6-6 on their second day of a back-to-back, with 1 day of rest or less. They're 11-12. This is pertaining to the first half spread. So when it's pertaining to the full game spread, maybe Utah covers tonight. It looks better when it's pertaining to the full game spread for Utah. The full game spread again is it still 13? So it's 13.5. They are 36-32 to cover in the full game spread. Still looking, just okay as away underdogs, 16-15. But in their first game of a back-to-back, they're 9-4 to cover. So I would say maybe consider taking Utah to cover the full game spread tonight, if anything, because the data just looks like they would at least do that. Plus, look at that. Minnesota doesn't cover it at all in the last 10. Utah has. They're 8-2. So, yeah, do with this information what you will. Let me just do this then. How about we just go GG, Baylor, and Johnson for the community parlay? We'll just do that. It'll be on DraftKings. That'll work. Because I need to go lay down. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say when like my body is just like worn down, tore down, mentally drained and stuff like that. I'm just like tired. So that's the thing about being an adult. A lot of times you really just be looking forward to coming home and just chilling. You know what I mean? Just be one of those things. You're just like, dog, I just want to get home. I don't want to be bothered. I'm not one of those people that turn my phone off or hit the D&D do not disturb type of stuff, but I'll just, you know what I mean? People hit me up, I'll just holler them the next day sometimes. I'm just like, just don't feel like talking. Because I, you know what I mean? I poured so much energy at work or whatever, because I, you know what I mean? I talk to so many people at my job every single day. And it's like, I just want to just come home and not really say a word, you know? All right, so we're going to do, first up, we're going to rely on Baylor for 14. PRA. So Baylor for 14 PRA. Whoops. And then who's up next? Okay, GG. Where you at, dude? GG 21. Excuse me, 22 PRA. And then Johnson for the 8 assists. And once again, like I keep saying, as I always say, single bet the community parlay, round robin the community parlay. Make sure they're over. Bet. Let me grab the once again, and it's okay. DraftKings doesn't give out a booster, but that's okay. It is all right. Just accept it for what it is. I'm gonna just throw this on DraftKings real quick. It is whoa, hold on. ScoreBet app plus has a higher value. Maybe they'll give me the booster over there. Let me log in real quick. Like I said, I'm gonna get out of here and go lay down. Oh, okay. That's what I need to do. I'm tired, son. Got one more day, one more shift. Gotta get up at 4 in the morning, go back to work tomorrow, do my hours, come home and enjoy my day off on Friday. Here we go. Booster. Boost me, son. Oh. Here we go. So this is a plus 518 on the ScoreBet app. Putting this on there now. Oh, come on with the Jalen Johnson suspension. Come on, dog. We were right there. We were knocking on the door. This sucks. Let me... Cause they suspended the Jalen Johnson assist. Hold on. Let me go back in. I took the pick off. Let me go back and see if I can re-add it. Just want to see if I can. Nope, they suspended a lot of the picks here for Atlanta. Is there a change in the lineup or something like that? Let me see. Let me double check. Maybe there was a change or something. That's probably why they suspended. But I still like Johnson for the assist. But let me see. Maybe because Gafford's not playing. Let me I'm going on Twitter. Underdog NBA. Okay, that's why. Because they just announced 8 minutes ago that Gafford is officially playing. So we just weren't quick enough. So we'll just have to roll with something else because I really don't want to wait. Literally that wait time could be 15-20 minutes, whatever. I really don't have that time. I guess Jabari Smith for assists. Then since we just trade out the assist from 8 to 2. Where are you, dude? He's not showing up on I don't know. Yeah, he's not showing up on the app. Fascinating. Darn you. All right, let's well, let's go. Let's see if I can make this quick. Let me see if I can find somebody for assists because I really do want to take a player for some assists on the slip. Maybe Derek White for 5. He had 5 last game. This might be a quick one too, nice and simple. Yeah, he's doing well against, you know what I mean? They're allowing, because again, he would be in the point where he wouldn't be in the, they're allowing 7 to the position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 got it. A few came close. I guess we'll just do Derek White. It's just 5. Who knows? He might get higher than that. Okay. It still gives us a plus. That's right. It's the same game. I forgot. Damn it. I forgot. So not Derek White. I'm trying to hurry up because I'm tired. I'm going to go lay down. Well, I did say I liked Scoot. For something. What was it? Points? Was it assists? It wasn't assists. Maybe it was points. So maybe Scoot for 14 or 15 points. 14. I guess Scoot then. Look for Scoot for here we go. 14 and a half. So it actually bumps it up higher. Plus 567. You add the 20% booster, pushes it to a 680. That works. Throw the quick 5 on there, bumps it up even higher. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm sending this to the Discord and WAP. So Discord community parlay is there, and WAP over here on WAP, the community parlay is posted. Again, once the opens up again for Atlanta, I would say take what's still on Bet365 keys. Take for the 8 assists. Take Jalen Johnson for the 8. Maybe bump him up to 9. He probably might get 9 tonight. He's in the spot to do it. Plus value. See if you can still get Jabari Smith for the 2 assists as well. I took the Grizzlies to cover the first half spread. I'm posting that now. Let me get the I think I gotta log back in first. Yeah, I gotta log back in. Log back in because I'll be sure to share that slip. Sorry, I'm trying to get that together. Grizzlies to cover first half. Oops. Okay, Grizzlies. cover the first half. So share that in the Discord right now. Sending this to the WAP right now. Whoops, wrong one. There it is. It's in the WAP. Grizzlies cover the first half. If I could, like I said, if I personally can find Jabari Smith for the 2 assists, I'll take it. I just gotta more than likely go on DraftKings to get it, and I'll post it. Yeah, definitely will. Okay. They weren't on DraftKings. They're on. I guess they're on. Okay, cool. I'm gonna definitely try. That's all I can do. I feel like I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I think that's the reason why, because I was kind of tossing and turning a little bit last night. That's probably why I'm so tired, because I kind of had a restless night last night. But tomorrow after work, is it the same thing? 8, 9 games, 2, 4, 6, 8 games tonight. That's good. I'm actually liking a few of the games. I'm liking Orlando and Charlotte. I'm liking Lakers and Heat. Khalil Ware probably might get a double-double tomorrow because he didn't get one last night. Cavs might blow out Chicago. And I'm liking this Phoenix Suns Spurs game. So if Giannis doesn't play tomorrow, I might take Precious Achiuwa for a double-double. Maybe Renaud. Just kind of thinking out loud for tomorrow. We'll see. We shall see. Cade may not play tomorrow because he got injured last night. So, if Trae Young plays, he has potential to at least get his rebounds and assists like RA, because he's been doing well with his RAs more recently. That's nothing that I know for sure. So that's just stuff that I'm considering for tomorrow. But again, if you see anything, if you see any stats, if you see anything, if you're on Outlier and stuff, again, as always, push for the higher spot. If they're doing more than what you see, if their line is 13.5, 12.5, whatever, and they're doing 15, 16, 17, bump them up 1 or 2, maybe louder them and stuff like that. I'm telling you, but single bet that stuff. Single bet most of your stuff. And if you see 3 to 4 really good or really great props, put those on a parlay, round robin that stuff. And I'm telling you, eventually that stuff is gonna hit for you over time. It may take a while. You gotta be patient with your betting journey, because you're gonna lose a lot, you're gonna win a lot. It's a part of the journey at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Just don't beat yourself up so much, and just try not to bet so much. Try not to overextend your bankroll is what I'm trying to say. Just don't try your best not to do it. But all right, I'm out. Y'all stay safe, stay humble. I'll holler at y'all hopefully tomorrow and definitely Friday when I'm off. But I'll holler at y'all later, guys. Good luck with your bets, and just in general, have a good night. Take care of yourselves, your family, friends, and loved ones, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace, guys.